A quick rundown of events. We finally made our way into Nepal, flying into Kathmandu. Now, since Michelle wasn't part of our buildOn team, her plan was to spend the week at a resort at the capital's edge. Meanwhile, May Rose and I shuttled to our team's hotel in Tamil. Alright, let's pick up from there. We arrived close to midnight, which was super since our group had to catch a 7 a.m. flight into Dhangadi. 5 hours later, we rushed back to the airport. We were fortunate to have our colleague Vamshi in the group, and not just because he's an awesome guy, but also because he spoke Hindi, one of several languages spoken throughout Nepal, and that proved to be useful.
He's checking us in.
कितना घंटे है फ्लाइट इधर से 1 घंटा 15 मिनट It's 1 hour 15 minutes the flight.
Cool. Thank you. After a relatively smooth and scenic flight, we touched down into Dhangadi, where we were scheduled to meet Allison and the buildOn team. Hi! It may seem silly, but it was at this point in the trip that our reason for being in Nepal really started to hit home for me. To be able to help a community halfway around the world, it all felt really surreal. After getting all of our stuff from baggage claim, we walked over to our amazingly decked out bus, complete with an App Dynamics welcome banner. This beauty would be our primary mode of transportation for the week. And then after a quick team photo, we headed to our hotel in Dhangadi. The plan at the hotel was to spend time learning about Nepali culture, learn useful phrases in Tharu, one of the local dialects, and be given our Nepali names. Then afterwards, we tour a previously completed buildOn school.
Awesome. This is Hotel Dhangadi. You can bring your carry-on bags. We'll go to where we're having tea and coffee and breakfast. You can leave your big luggage and they'll bring it into the lobby for you.
They will be there to answer a lot of cultural questions for you. So during workshops, they'll be translating back and forth. During all the ceremonies, they'll be taking notes of each speaker who's speaking in Nepali and then giving the speech to you in English. So the Nepali names just make it really easy for your families to speak with us about you or call to you or that kind of thing. You'll get the language lesson, you'll get a little background about Nepal and Charya. So those two kind of histories. Abbas. Your Nepali name is Abbas. You know, yeah. Angelina. Oh, yes. Your Nepali name is Asa. That means hope. Meros. That means glorious. Martin?
Yes, Martin.
Your Nepali name is Milan. That means unique.
Great.
Elisa? Yeah. Your Nepali name is Asmita. That means pride. Pride. Oh, pride!
After being given our Nepali names, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Taru.
More now Jyoti Ho, Abnek now Kaho.
More now Virat Ho, Upneck now Kaho.
More now Kasho, Apnek now Ka.
More now Maya Ho, Upnik now Kaho.
With enough practice, we were ready to visit the school. This visit was special because we not only got a preview of what our school would look like, but we also learned the benefits of buildOn's adult literacy program directly from the women of this particular village. Each hand you see raised indicates that before starting the program, they couldn't write their own name. Because of the program, the women have learned math, writing, and language skills. For some, it helps them maintain their own businesses. For most, it enables them to support their own children's education. To have a safe place for learning, to have a chance at a decent education. That's really what this whole experience is about. For these kids, their futures are as bright as their smiles. Before our visit came to a close, the women and children performed a traditional song and dance, before eventually getting us to join them. This is how they welcomed us into their community, to be able to share in their culture. This is also something we would experience tenfold when we arrive to our host community of Bindra. Next time, we travel to Bindra.
पाहुनाहरू जति ठुलो